entertainer Curtis Garagano is with his fights today.
Yes. Very experienced Curtis was. Had over 50 fights, all in the away corner.
Ladies and gentlemen,
yes,
please
Seamus
welcome
has
to the
come
blue
off the
corner,
one.
from Kerry
Bare
Island,
knuckle,
Liam Walsh.
And he's been very active this year, hasn't he, Seamus?
Yeah, what's he had? 15 fights.
15 fights in 2021 alone. This is his 15th. A rarity in the Midlands, isn't it? It's like an all-Irish affair.
Yes, yeah. The Celtic Cobra and Liam Walsh, the current youngest active Irish professional fighter.
Ladies and gentlemen, a middleweight contest before the 3-minute round, sponsored by Razorlink Barbers. Introducing in the red corner, wearing the white shorts, weighing 11 stone, 12 pounds, from Burnley, Seamus Devlin. And in the blue corner, the youngest signed professional from Ireland, wearing the white and green shorts, weighing in at 11 stone, 8 pounds, the Kingdom Kid, undefeated Liam Walsh. 4 3-minute rounds, and your referees Kevin Parker.
Almost as if you fed the MC the line of youngest Irish professional.
Yes, that's it. I think it was myself and Carl that shared that information with him earlier. You know, from your own experience, Carl, like on your debut or being 1-0, how tough is it fighting someone, a rugged, experienced, wily old fox? Well, he's not such a wily old fox, but
They can just make you look bad and give you a hard night at the office, can't they? Where you can be, everything that you've done in the gym will mean nothing because they've got tricks that you won't have come across yet. Which is why these fights happen. So when he steps up levels, he'll be wary of those tricks at that point.
And then then you've got to control your own emotions as well. Wanting to put on a good show.
Yes, in front of a crowd especially, I think when you're wanting to it's very easy to let yourself go and try and put on a show for the crowd because you feel the pressure, but you're more likely to put on a show when you don't want to put a show on, when you're just there to do business.
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, he seems quite not reserved, he's not being cautious, but Walsh seems to be very calm.
Yeah, absolutely. He's cutting the ring off well. And he's just pouring that jab out there to find his range as well. And one landed beautifully there, just got through the guard. Obviously, he shares a name with another famous fighter from these isles, doesn't he, Liam Walsh?
Yes.
I don't think the other Liam Walsh got a world title, but he fought Gervonta Davis.
That's right, yes. Yeah, 2 or 3 years ago, 2018, 19, something like that.
So I'm sure many times throughout his career he'll get mistaken for his namesake.
Yes. I'm assuming he'll be wanting to go even further if he can.
Absolutely, yeah. So you wouldn't be disappointed if you ended your career with Liam Walsh's achievements, but at the same time, everyone aspires for that higher echelon of the sports, don't they?
No, of course.
Great work to the body there.
Yes, I felt that from here.
Yeah, opened it up as well. It was almost like he threw a left hook to move him to his right, and then came in with that right hook downstairs.
And I think the thing that I've noticed, I've seen Seamus Devlin fight 2 or 3 times. He's tough.
Yeah.
White class is like a hard man.
Yeah, you wouldn't be trying to sneak into a nightclub if he was on the doors, would you?
No, definitely not. And if I was Walsh, I'd be trying to go for that right hand side of the body is again.
Yeah, it's reddened up a bit. You can see the redness.
Nice little Roy Jones Jr. Move there.
Yeah, it was a nice feeling out round. Walsh was taking his time in there, looking for gaps, working a nice little opening to the body with that right hook.
Yeah, but comfortable 10-9 rounds to Walsh. I mean, Devlin's not really offering a massive amount, which we kind of expected anyway. But it's nice to see the young man. He's obviously now listening to his trainer. And obviously, like I said, keeping calm in the face of obviously it's probably not ideal fighting somebody so defensive.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's where the learning comes in, because you then have to create the gaps because they're not going to appear. And then equally from Devlin's perspective, Devlin doesn't want to open up too much because he probably feels like Walsh can punish him.
Yes.
Round 2.
And also, he's probably booked up every weekend till Christmas.
yeah. I can see that Devlin's, well, both of them are sporting sweet boxing gear gloves, run by Matt Scriven, who was Midlands area champion and had over 100 pro fights.
No, that's right. Yes, yeah. I actually reported for Boxing News on the last time Matt did a show at the Britannia Hotel back in September 2018, in the dark old days before I became part of Cold Goose Promotions.
Yeah, that was a great flurry on the ropes. Devlin's offering a bit back now just to let Walsh know that he's still there.
Yes, but you can see all that redness.
Absolutely.
To be fair, from that shot in the first round, he almost left a target to aim for.
Yeah, it was like a bullseye. It's very important when you're in the away corner and you've got so many fights lined up, but you are giving them something to prevent them from just coming in, because if you throw nothing, these prospects will just try and wade through you.
No, that's right. No, I suppose the thing is, like, we obviously understand how it works, but you know, the board are here to monitor standards. They want to see them doing something. They're not just like having a walkabout.
Absolutely.
Lovely right-hand shot there. But to be fair, he's not rattled Devlin, but you can tell he's hurt him. But Devlin doesn't seem bothered either at the same time.
Devlin's just covering up a little bit more now when he's
yes, that left elbow's tucked in nicely.
Yes, absolutely. Whereas that gap was there earlier on, and now he's a little bit more crouched and a bit less surface to aim for.
Yeah, right. She spoke to him. He boxed Tom Cowlin on the last show at Cold Grease Motion show at Leicester, and we've now become Facebook friends on the back of nesting him for his ring walk music.
Well, what was his ring walk music of the day?
Oh God, I should know this. So it was like an Irish instrumental. If I have a look at my phone on the Messenger exchange.
I wonder how he feels to be out Irish today.
Yes.
That was a great uppercut, slipped inside on the jump. Devlin didn't like that one, he's golded him a bit.
I think that bullseye on the right hand rib cage. Nice little shuffle there.
To land shots like that against someone like Devlin just shows what sort of skills that Walsh has got in his arsenal, because people like Devlin do not get hit with shots like that. That's how they're able to fight so often.
No, that's right. And like you could say, he's just said to Curtis that he's got like a gesture with his eyes that obviously he's caught him a tree there. That's interesting. The trainer telling him that he wants to hit him with a big overhand right. Sorry.
I suspect that it'll be a case of dropping down with a few right hands to the body to bring that elbow down, which we've been seeing so far, and then coming over the top once the gap's there. Ooh, left hook there from Devlin. Caught Walsh. Seems that Devlin's fairly comfortable when it's single shots coming his way. So when Walsh puts them together, that is more tend to land.
Well, would that be, which maybe, as in boxing terms, possibly the young Walsh is possibly a little bit more experienced in the game than Devlin, even though that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
The fact he's had 15 fights and he's only on having his second.
Yeah, it'll be a case of what they've done prior to the professionals, which obviously he's not necessarily needed to step it up yet, so we can see whether his levels of fitness and so on. And I'm no doubt he's got the fitness.
Yes.
Obviously, the nervous energy in this sort of environment takes it out of you. Doesn't matter how fit you are.
And I suppose the thing is with this sort of show, you've got the smell. Not that you can smell it as such, but you notice it's a dinner show.
Yeah. The roast dinners.
Yeah. But also I've noticed he's taking on board the information his training, his corner's giving him, he's listening to what they're saying.
Yeah, he's nodding, isn't he? Which is a physical acknowledgement that he's taking it in.
And if you notice when you're watching the best of the best, they're nodding at what they've been told. They're not.
Yeah, that's what you'd see from Mayweather back in the day. He always looked like he wasn't paying attention and looking out into the crowd, but just before, he'd always lock eyes with his coach, whether it be Roger or Floyd Senior, and he'd give him a nod as if he's taking it all on board.
Nice shot, nice left hand there.
Right hand, he's looking for that right hand. Oh, even those ones you take on the arms can take it out of you.
Yes.
Canelo famously did it to Callum Smith. Yeah, just took his arm out. One thing that's got to be observed about Devlin is he's got really long arms.
Yes.
Like you could just see him from here how long they are.
Which is possibly why we've noticed that he's not really. It doesn't have to be awkward because he's just keeping him on the end of his.
Yeah.
Just keeping himself out of range because he knows he's got that slight advantage. Because he has got seems to have very long arms for somebody who's not overly tall.
Yeah. That's a great body shot from Walsh there. And I saw Devlin take a deep breath after that one landed. Good shot. Devlin giving Walsh something back there to think about, letting him know he's still there.
Good work there from Walsh.
Devlin looks to be coming forward to work him now.
Good bit of mind games there for the entertainer. Oh, nice shot.
Good shot from Devlin there.
The one thing I've noticed when he does it again in this round is when they've tapped for 10 seconds, he does. That's when that's like he's called to do his little shimmy.
Okay, have a look over it. Here it is. Walsh finishing the fight strong there.
I think you'd still give that round to Walsh.
Yeah, even though it was by far Devlin's best round of the 5,
Yeah.
but it seemed like
You couldn't quite give it to him.
no. He landed a great uppercut at one point
Yes.
as well. And I think Walsh would have learned more in that round than the 3 previous rounds combined.
Yeah, definitely.
Some body shots were getting through there in the last round with Walsh, because Devlin had to take a few deep breaths at times. And I think that's what made him open up, because he realised he couldn't keep taking those, he had to give some back.
Our referee scores the contest 40-36 for your winner in the blue corner, the Kingdom King Walsh.
I'm here with Liam Walsh. You just picked up your second pro win. How was it?
It was good. It was a good experience coming over to England and Calgary's show. But we stuck to the game plan and we got the win. That's what we wanted before Christmas.
Yeah. It was a good performance. How difficult was it punching another Irishman?
Oh, it was just what you wanted, really, didn't it?
Yeah.
You like to have the old Irish wars. There's no better feeling. I'm happy I got the win as well. Good performance.
Felt like a home from home. So.
Yeah. I mean, coming over to England to fight an Irish lad, when it could have been in Ireland, it would have been a bit better maybe. An Irish clash, you know.
And what's next for you?
We're going to go back to Ireland, talk to Tony, see what we can sort after Christmas.
Okay, brilliant.
So, new year, new game plans. Hopefully get 3-0 very soon. I hope to get out straight away.
Cool. And have you got anything else that you'd like to say to anyone?
I just like to thank my coaches and everything. I've been in a 4-week camp, staying in a hotel on my own, just up with Tony, 4 hours away from home, family, and just to fight over here.
That's a serious dedication.
Dedicated and just to do what I love, like, you know. Absolutely, very happy.
Thank you for your time, and it's been a great performance.
Thanks for the interview.
Good.